What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jones at 4K, bringing you guys another Forza Horizon 5 drift build and tune video. Now in today's video, we're going to be getting into the Subaru STI S209. We're going to get into the build of the car, followed by the tune. Then we're going to take it out to the mountain to see if we can 3-star the zone and also put down 1,000,000 points. Alright, so jumping into the build of the car. So for the motor swap, I tried the stock motor, wasn't a fan. I did the LS, obviously I loved it, but you know, some of you guys complained that I use the LS too much. So I went with this 4-liter F6 motor. It's a really good motor. It has a really good power band. We swapped the car from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. We put twin turbos on it, and then we put the various wide body kit on it. For the transmission, we're using the 4-speed transmission. We have a race drive line, and then we have the drift differential. Under platform and handling, we have the race brakes, the drift springs and dampers. We have the race front roll bar and the race rear roll bar. We have a race roll cage, and then we have a race weight reduction. For aero and appearance, I just swapped the wing from the stock wing to the various wing to match the body kit. For our tires and rims, for the compound, so I did something different this time. Instead of using the semi-slicks like I always do, I know some of you guys don't like the way the cars feels with the semi-slicks. You know, some of you guys feel like it's too grippy and some of the cars are too fast. So I built this car to slow it down some. I put it on the drift tire compound. For the front tire width, we left the stock at 265, and then for the rear, we upgraded it to 275. For the rim size, they're stock at 19s in the rear, 19s in the front, and then for the wheel choice, we are using the Fisk Profile 10s. Then for the engine components, we have the race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race valves, race cams, race exhaust, race twin turbos, the race intercooler, and then the race flywheel, giving this car 950 horsepower, 628 foot-pounds of torque. Then jumping over into the tuning of the car, we have 33 PSI in the front with 25 PSI in the rear. For our gear ratio, we have a 365 final drive, a 300 first gear, a 200 second, a 150 third, and then a 133 fourth. For our alignment, we're running -5 degrees camber in the front with 0.3 degrees camber in the rear. For our toe, we have 0.2 toe out with -1.0 toe in. For our roll bars, we have 34.9 in our front roll bar and then 27 even for our rear roll bar. For our springs, we have an 840 front spring with a 392 rear spring. For the ride height, we have it slammed down all the way down to the ground at 6. Well, we have as low as we can go at 6.6 and then 7.0 in the rear. For our dampening, we're using 11.0 in the front rebound and then 9.3 for our rear rebound. And then for our bump stiffness, we have 3.6 in the front and then 3.0 in the rear. For our aero, I took the aero all the way down because the aero was high. Like it was like 250 in the front and almost 400 in the rear. So we took some of the downforce down in the front and let all the way down, and then we took it all the way down in the rear. For our brake balance, we have 75 brake balance, and then we have a 70% brake pressure. And then lastly, for our differential, we have 100% acceleration with 100% deceleration, giving this car a lock diff. That was the build. This is the tune. Let's take it out to the mountain. All right, we done made it to the top of the mountain. Let's not waste no time. Let's get some heat into these tires, and then let's send it downhill. Now, before I get started, I do want to say thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for also being patient, you know, with these videos and whatnot. And I noticed you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I do have the frame rate at the top of the window there. My Forza's been acting like extremely weird. Like I've upgraded all my hardware, but I don't know if it's on my end or if the Xbox version on PC Forza is just horrible. Like I've had nothing but bad luck with this game. Like honestly. Like I love playing it, I enjoy playing it, but I've had nothing but bad luck. Like it's wild to think that the client is bad. So I don't know, but you know, I do what I can. I definitely do what I can. I don't make no excuses because sometimes Forza really gets the best of me, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. It definitely gets the best of me because I mean the game crashes on me sometimes. I mean I couldn't even paint this car because anytime I go to the paint menu, the game crashed. Like it crashed on me like 6 times. Couldn't change the wheel color, couldn't change the car color because the game kept crashing. So we're stuck with a blue Subaru, which is fine. But I would have liked to at least change the wheel color. But enough for the negatives as of right now. Diving into this Subaru, this is a good choice. I had a nice long list of cars to choose from. If you guys don't ever check it, I've been trying to use my community posts a little bit more. See what you guys are interested in seeing me build and whatnot. See what you guys want build. And I had a comment, and it had like 7 cars in it, 8 cars in it. So I looked through the list to make sure I didn't have those cars already done. And some of those I did, and I know for sure this one I did not. So I rebuilt this car. I haven't had a video on it, so I built it. I was like, you know what? I do enjoy the S209. I'm a big fan of the S204. So I built the car. I was like, you know what? Let's get into it. And I'm glad that I rebuilt it because I haven't really touched this car since it was released. It brought to Forza, and I'm glad. Like I really am glad. This car is even though it has a 53% weight distribution, it doesn't feel front heavy at all. Like in my opinion, I think the cars that are like 53% weight, they drive a little bit better. That's my opinion. But this car has really good transition. On the drift tires, I was kind of back and forth if I was gonna like it or not, but I forgot how good the drift tires can feel sometimes. Like if you learning how to drive and drift in Forza Horizon, the drift tires is a good compound to use. Even though this car has 900 horsepower, it's not overbearing, it's not too much, it's not overkilling. Like it feels great. The car drives good. I mean, you have grip when you need grip, even though, the drift tires compared to the semi-slicks is a huge grip difference. But this is, the drift compound is definitely a good starter tire to use. Like, because I enjoy it, sometimes. But it's been a while, so why not revisit the drift tire right now? And especially on a car that's decent. This car is really good. This car is really good. I didn't have to fiddle too much with the springs. Once I set the springs, I got the car balanced and springed out. I did a little bit of adjustment with the dampening. There was a few moments when the car going over certain bumps and stuff like that. The car was settling kind of weird. It was reacting kind of weird. So I had to adjust that. But the car does good. Car has a really good. It looks good cosmetically. It really looks good cosmetically, and it has a really good field of view in the cockpit as well. Like I ran the mountain twice downhill cockpit, did 1 million plus easily. Ran it uphill once, did 1 million plus all cockpit. So if you guys can't tell, I'm driving rusty, but there's 1,073,000. This car has a really good cockpit. You can see, even if you go to this view, you can see very well. So like I said, this car is nice, man. Honestly speaking, like if you're a beginner, like beginner drifter, and let's just say you wanted to build this car. Let's just say you wanted to build this car on we'll leave it on the stock 265. You can leave this car on the stock 265, give it 600 horsepower. We'll say 700 just to be safe. Put it on the drift tires, put the setup on it or whatnot. And you could actually practice in this car and get really good in this car just the way it is, with just a little bit of power and a not so super grippy tire. Like this car doesn't feel like it looks bulky. The car looks bulky. Everybody agreed that the car looks bulky, but it doesn't drive bulky at all. Like it does not. You get your alignment set up, you get your caster camber and all that stuff set up pretty good. The car drives phenomenally, and I'm glad that I tried it on the drift tire setup with semi-slick, because I built it on the semi-slick with the stock motor and it was too grippy. Like I couldn't get the tires to spin without doing some funky alignment setup. Like I didn't want all that. I didn't want to pump a lot of tire pressure. I wanted to try to keep it in how I like to build my cars and tune my cars. But this is what we got. You guys saw it. I did 1,070,000. The car drives fine. The car is phenomenal. I hope you guys do enjoy the car. But that's gonna be it for me. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video. Comment down below if you have any other suggestions or any build requests. Subscribe to the channel as we are continuing to grow. And I appreciate everything you guys have done so far. And I'll see you guys in the next one.